Hey y'all, this is Ned over myphilippinedreams.com, and we just took a tour of Holistic Dan's Pyramid Wellness Center, and I'm actually here with Holistic Dan right now. And we're just going to do a quick expat interview, and we're just going to be asking him the usual slew of questions. So how long have you been here, Dan?
Oh, I've been in the Philippines for probably 20 years of my life, and I've been here about 10 years or so.
10 years?
Yes.
10 years in
right here in Apolong, Valencia.
Ah, okay. And
so I've lived in Boracay, lived in Luzon, you know, did many things, but just here.
So 20 years in the Philippines.
Yes.
And what initially attracted you to the Philippines?
Well, as a spiritual seeker, where I spent my whole life trying to find out how life works, I have an inner guidance that I've always followed. I was working in Alaska on and off for years to make money to travel, go back to India, live in an ashram, and I got migraine headaches and nosebleeds. And so the inner guidance said, go to the Philippines, they have healers. I didn't know anything, I didn't know anyone. So that's what I did. And I came here and I had tremendous non-stop nosebleeds and migraine headaches. I got in Manila, took the bus to Baguio, and I was immediately healed, and immediately, and it never returned. So that started me on a quest to find out more about the Philippine healer psychic surgeons, which I did. So eventually, I found many of them. I led tours from many different countries here, and I learned a lot.
And that's an interesting point, because in contemporary medicine, and a lot of times now, actually doctors and physicians are starting to recognize the importance of taking the holistic or the alternative approach to things when things aren't working out. And so far, what have you liked most about your 20 years in the Philippines?
I like the people. I love the physical beauty of the country, and I like the people very much. So that was my first impression. After traveling all over the world, I've been in over 70 countries around the world, traveled most of my life, and I came here and I fell in love with the people. Yeah. And I just felt at home.
And you're going to hear that time and time again until it becomes like a cliche, but it's so true. The physical, stunning beauty of the country and the people and the friendliness and all that stuff. All right, so we got the good out of the way. What about the bad? What do you like least about the Philippines?
Well, the two hardest things in the Philippines are chaotic driving, which we won't go into in detail, but I'm sure others have. And they have a hard time being honest in doing anything from relationships to business. So it's hard to organize things.
Right.
But when you realize that's just the way it is, and you're a visitor here, and you have so many things to enjoy, you learn how to deal slowly with everything that happens. So the one thing I will say to all viewers is, you will never, ever be bored.
No.
Never be bored.
No 2 days are ever the same.
Yes.
Anything
can happen, anywhere, anytime. And it teaches you to be very aware of where you are, and it's a wonderful thing.
And you actually brought up a good point, because the way things are here, you actually do have to be in the now. Instead of worrying about the past or worried about the future, you got to really be, it's like Tao, you know, you got to be in the moment.
Yes, so that is the benefit of living here once you know that. And you also get to learn a lot of forgiveness, because nothing will work like you think it should. And you can go into why, but the why doesn't really matter, because what you see is what you get. So you have to learn a lot of forgiveness of things that what your mind says it should be different and better than it is, but it isn't.
Acceptance.
Yes, acceptance.
Acceptance.
Absolutely.
Acceptance and gratitude and all that fun stuff.
Sure. So actually, you know, the years in India helped me more than anything else, and I kept to study my whole life and practice and meditation and Qigong and all the healing of the auric field and all these things that go along with it. So what I did here is put together my own life experience in all different levels and see what I can do to help people and see who shows up.
Yeah, and it's a pretty amazing place. We just did the video tour of the center, and as far as retreat, as far as serenity, as peace, quiet, cool weather, tranquility, it's all right here. And I'm actually dreading going back to the city. I really am, because
everyone who stayed here loves it. We have lots of Filipinos that come because that's the majority of the people who live here, and everyone likes it here because we treat people like family. We don't treat people like, you know, give me your money and don't bother me. Everyone here is like an extended family, and we give very custom personalized service, and people just really enjoy themselves.
And this is actually up behind Forest Camp.
Yeah.
So it's even cooler than down at Forest Camp. It's just really beautiful. All right, one last question.
Yes.
Before we go. Looking back over your 20 years in the Philippines, what would you have done differently?
Oh, you know what? When I have so much trust in my life that I learn from whatever decision that I made. And so I can't really say that I would have done anything different. I learned just like everyone does about love and business, and you learn all those lessons somewhere. I just happen to learn a lot of them here. And so for me, I've just been happy here, and my living my spirituality here is what's given me the real sense of gratitude and happiness that I have. And you can find that anywhere, but it's a wonderful country because there are many benefits, but there are things that will push your buttons. And so, if you see it that way, but you can never expect this to be anything like where you came from, because it isn't.
No, this isn't Kansas.
No.
Sorry, Corey, it isn't Kansas. And again, working on that acceptance piece, staying in the moment, and you can do that all here, and it's just
sure.
It's a beautiful
There are a lot
challenge.
of foreigners in this area, so you can find people of like mind. You can find people that know more about any field that you can think of, and you have a lot of potluck parties and friends get together, and so you have to pick and choose because there's more and more foreigners coming. But of all the places in the Philippines, and I've been all over for years, I'm very happy to live here. They have schools for the kids. And I like Visayas better than I do Luzon, where it's another language and business and money run everything. Here, people are just more people. And social get-together is important for everybody. So it's just, I find it a very nice place to live, especially up in the mountains a little.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to move up here like tomorrow. Well, thank you, Holistic Dan. This is the Pyramid Wellness Center up in Valencia. I'll put the contact information and some other information about the center in the description on the video, and we'll also have it on our website. This is Ned over at My Philippine Dreams. We'll see you next time.
All right,
care.
bye-bye.